Going over to the culture part of the podcast, you have Kathleen Kennedy roasted by SouthPark for destroying Disney and Star Wars. She's currently the president of Lucasfilm, which was perhaps one of the most successful media companies ever, founded by George Lucas, hence the name Lucasfilm, where he founded the famous film franchise Star Trek. Ha, kidding. I know it's Battlestar Galactica. I know, Star Wars. Mark Hamill, stuff like that. So these are a couple of clips from the episode that went viral. This one clip got 5.2 million views in a couple days. So this clip is from the specific episode, I believe called I forgot what The Rock is called, but kind of explaining why all Disney movies suck now. Quote unquote. This is from Geeks and Gamers on the Twitter sphere. And without further ado.
Years ago, Bob Iger took us to the Disney archives and showed us an ancient piece of artificial intelligence that could be used to make the same movies over and over again while appealing to absolutely everyone. The Panda Stone worked great for a while, but then came the hate mail. Ugly letters from racists who couldn't stand that some of the Panda Stone's rehashes had diverse women characters in the lead. I decided I would show them. I would start making movies to fight all the bigotry in our society. But instead of doing any real work, I turned to the Panda Stone. It made things so much easier. Soon I was using the Panda Stone over and over again to try and fight all the ugly feedback, which in turn was growing stronger and stronger. But I was fighting with the wrong tool. I used the Panda Stone to the point that it became unstable. It opened a portal to multiple universes and something came through. At first we fought. I tried to send it back to its universe, but it got the upper hand. It was able instead to send me to this universe, out of its way so it could thrive in ours.
That's actually the best explanation I've heard as to why Disney movies all suck now.
And I can't help but think, the comic section, I can't help but think they're all going to be roasting Disney. But let's dive in and find out. You have someone who had a caricature, or rather a picture compilation of Eric Cartman plus Kathleen Kennedy equals Victoria Alonso. Which, yeah, it looks like that character is exactly as portrayed. It looks like if Cartman was turned into a real person and a woman, the resemblance is uncanny. I'm not going to lie. Now, let's see. Sean Youngblood says, quote, better writing in this South Park episode than all of the sequel trilogy, unquote. That one comment got 1.7 thousand likes. Someone by the name of Roland the Wretch said, quote, are you sure this is a parody, unquote, getting 337 likes. Marcus Zalad says, quote, South Park must be projected for the whole world, unquote, got 380 likes. Troy Lindsay says, quote, once again, they hit the nail on the head, unquote, getting 537 likes. Let's see what else there are here. My Foon says, quote, well, Cartman there certainly broke the fourth wall and said what everyone else is thinking, unquote, getting 293 likes. WiseLending.com said, quote, South Park isn't pulling any punches, unquote, getting 71 likes. Loki Larden said, quote, can't wait to see it a dozen more of times today across the fellowship, unquote, getting 147 likes. Misanthropic Tendencies said, quote, refreshing to see that there are still mainstream comedy left that's actually prepared to take on the issues, unquote, getting 236 likes. A lot of people saying Wise simply said, South Park is the greatest show of all time, unquote, getting 298 likes. Let's see here. Mike Drastic says, quote, Kathleen Kennedy is Palpatine now, unquote, getting 142 likes. And there is a little bit of a resemblance there if you look at the two pictures side by side. An honest comment said, quote, isn't it great when you feel like someone with power actually listens, unquote, getting 255 likes. Olay says, quote, "It's because of the diversity, equity, and inclusion crap being forced on Hollywood. I hope this is the death toll for all this woke crap in movies," unquote. Getting 139 likes. However, I don't think so, since in order to be nominated for, is it an Emmy or an Oscar? One of the two, there are stipulations on the demographics of the people in the film. You have to have certain demographics in order to qualify. So I don't think the trend is turning around anytime soon. Someone by the name of Raz says, quote, "Matt and Trey are effing creative geniuses," unquote, getting 81 likes. Baron Arms saying, quote, "This is probably the best explanation I've heard thus far," unquote, getting 48 likes. A lot of people saying this is bringing me back to watch South Park again. Let's see. Glenn Darrington says, quote, "Kathleen Kennedy is one of those Hollywood sliding doors that lurch open from one studio life to the next, this time at Walt Disney, heading up the Snow White movie with box office bomb written all over it. Walt and Mickey would not approve," unquote. Got 10 likes. Let's see here. Overwhelmingly negative. And, of course, there are dozens of these clips going on around the internet. One of my other that I thought was pretty popular at the time was another highlight from the episode. And this is someone saying, "LOL, Kathleen Kennedy did it again." And it is a 24-second clip from the same South Park episode. So I'll go ahead and play it without further ado.
Why are they replacing every single character with someone who is diverse? But then Kenny's like, "It's not our fault, it's because of Kathleen Kennedy." But then Kathleen Kennedy's just like, "Fuck it, make it more lame." And everyone in town is like, "No, please, Kathleen Kennedy, stop ruining everything." But Kathleen Kennedy is all like, "Put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more fucking lame." And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down. And then Bob Iger is all like, no, what's going on with my stock? No, Kathleen. Why are they replacing?
Yeah, their stock is probably the definition of a joke stock, actually. Disney stock, let's pull it up right now before we dive into the comments. Look at the 5-year outlook, down 28.04%. 1-year outlook is down 18.6%. Year-to-date, down 6.85%. In the past 6 months, it's down 17.61%. In 1 month, it is up by 1.48%. In 5 days, it's up 3%. So yeah, overall, Disney is not doing so great on the stock market these days. Now, going over to the comments section of this video, or rather this tweet, you have a lot of people referencing the Pander Stone, getting 16 likes. Let's see here. A lot of people, let's see here. Mike Swindle saying, quote, "Boy, did they make her look like a hateful ass, hashtag equal sign. A compliment, in my opinion, as to how hateful she really is," unquote. Someone also by the name of Terminal Now said, quote, "We can only dream of losing a company millions." The grammar is beyond terrible with some of these tweets. But nevertheless, I will try to reread it as they have written it. Now, the Term Limits Guy now says, quote, "We can only dream of losing a company billions of dollars from losses at the box office, huge losses in retail, billions in unrealized box office, TV, park attendance, and $1 billion plus loss in Star Wars themed hotel no one wanted to pay for." KK's response, "Another Ray film." And they had a slap in the face emoji. So interestingly enough, I don't know how Disney's going to pull back from this nosedive. But it'll be interesting to see. Nowadays she'll probably get a promotion and a big pay raise because she's doing exactly what the company wants. Not fiscal results, but cultural change is another metric in and of itself for some companies as well. Let me know in the comments if you think, will Disney actually remove her or have someone else take over or start making different decisions? Because for the past couple of years, or several years, Disney's just kind of done the same thing again and again and again, and it is losing them money. They've lost about $2 billion on films lately. It's not a very good fiscal investment, is what I'm trying to say. It'll be interesting to see, but time shall tell. Thank you, everyone, for taking time to tune in to the show again today. I cannot appreciate it enough. If you click that subscribe button, that'll help the channel grow and develop and be able to make the show better and better. Also, the comments are a great way to help me get the show in terms of increasing with new ideas and new qualities. I had to almost do an eye roll. I was trying to remember that certain word. But nevertheless, The feedback is always greatly appreciated. I do apologize, and sometimes it might take a couple days for me to get back to the comments, depending on the workloads that I'm working with. But I always do appreciate the critique, even if it's negative, because I think that is how you grow the most. Also, and lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.